Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. Welcome. By the way, guys, there's no Black Friday deals this year. I know that was quite annoying, but the Bitcoin CEO is raising prices. Of course, there's no Bitcoin CEO. This is a joke. Right now, the price is $95,869. You can see about the last 10 days or 15 days, we've been hanging right here just below 100K. And this is fine. We're just taking a break near 100K. We made a big move up right after the election. We went from 67,000 all the way to 99,000. Huge move. We're cooling off for a little bit, but it is going to get hot again very soon. Yeah, the parabola here, the acceleration could be just around the corner. Check this out. This is from the low of late 2022. And whoop, that's where we're going. It's going to be great. And it's hovering near the upper resistance line of a bullish pennant. So this is the move we just made. And it's like a little pennant. And 145K is the destination. And I've actually heard that, actually the guy who owns the coffee shop where we do our local meetup, the Noster and Bitcoin meetup, he said that very soon, definitely by January or maybe even in December, he thinks we're going to go to 120 or 140K like pretty quickly. He says once we break 100K, we'll probably shoot up to around 140. So could be interesting. Yeah, and this is November. This is the November candle. This is, in November, we went from 66,800 to 99,795, the biggest monthly candle in Bitcoin history. Yeah, this is the biggest monthly candle. I think we went up like $26,000 from open to close. So that's huge. And December, probably going to be even better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we want. A December to remember. Oh God, why did I just say that? Anyway, this is interesting. Bitcoin has actually dipped at the start of every month for 6 months before bouncing back each time. So look, this is the last 6 months. This is July. As soon as we hit July 1st, boom, came down. August 1st, boom. September, 4th or 5th, down. A little before October 1st, down. And then right near November 1st, we went down. And so December, that's what we're doing now. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's any, official pattern here. But it's very interesting to note that, right? I wonder why that is. And here's the Bitcoin price performance since the cycle low. And you can see the green cycle was the last one. The blue one was the one before that, 2017, 2018. And but right now we're the white one here. We're kind of following right along the last two cycles. And we're right in line, ready to keep continuing up. And Tom Lee says the over-the-counter Bitcoin desks don't have enough supply to meet high demand. We are about to go parabolic. Yeah, so this is a big issue. There's a lot of adoption happening. I'm going to talk about a few more adoption stories. But everyone's buying Bitcoin, and there's only a limited supply. So at some point, there's not going to be much Bitcoin hanging around, and that's when the price is going to go insane. And this is Tom Lee, the same Tom Lee, probably from the same interview. He said the explosion above 250,000, this bull market is highly probable. And what I've been hearing from several people, and it's even the coffee shop owner said this, that next year we could hit $1 million Bitcoin. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Oh my God, what are you talking about? We don't know, but we've never seen this type of adoption, right? So it could happen. Or maybe we hit 250K. We don't know. No one knows. If anyone tells you they know, they don't know. All right, so this is the big news over the past few days. Michael Saylor posted his 3-minute presentation to the Microsoft Board of Directors, and he articulated why Microsoft should do the right thing and adopt Bitcoin. It's 3 minutes. I'll link to it as I link to everything below. He zips through a bunch of slides, but anyway, it's a nice, short, coherent, concise presentation. I suggest you watch it just to check it out. It's also history. And here's the updated top 60 list of companies. These are publicly traded companies with Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And look, MicroStrategy is on top. They now have 402,000 Bitcoin. It was literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they had 250,000. Literally. Michael Saylor's on fire. And here's all the other publicly traded companies. And this is just a handful of companies. Around the world, there's like a bazillion companies. What happens when they all start doing this? That's what we're talking about. That's what could easily get us to 1 million next year. Yeah, and the mining difficulty has hit a new all-time high, and this is always good news in terms of being bullish and in terms of signaling that the price is going to continue up, because this is what the hash rate and the difficulty do. We know when the mining keeps going up, that's a good sign for price. And here's Rumble announcing their Bitcoin treasury strategy. So yeah, it keeps, the hits keep coming. And here's a great quote from Saylor. You don't have to convert all your money into Bitcoin, just the money you want to keep. Oh God. Right? It's getting to that point, right? I mean, the more Bitcoin is adopted, if you have US dollars sitting in the bank, I mean, they're becoming less and less valuable by a lot every day. So you just got to think about it, right? Think about it. Talk to people, make decisions, but think about it. You don't want to be left behind. Here's Carl Menger. This is great. It takes 40 years to mine the last Bitcoin. Look at this. This is the Bitcoin schedule up until 2136. This is the halving schedule. And the last 40 years, it'll take the last 40 years to mine the last Bitcoin. Think about that. 40 years to mine one Bitcoin. That's going to be from around the year 2100 to 2136 or 2140. One Bitcoin over 40 years. This means if you are a whole coiner, your children and grandchildren, if they're smart, will inherit the equivalent of 40 years worth of energy used to secure the Bitcoin network. No one is prepared for this. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to, and let's get into some US dollar and government nonsense, because this is the other side of the coin, because Bitcoin solves these issues. Let's go. By the way, if you ever feel useless, just remember the United States took 4 presidents, thousands of lives, and trillions of dollars, and 20 years to replace the Taliban with the Taliban. It's actually not funny. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it's just money laundering, right? That's what the government does. They print money and they just pay themselves through a war or through anything and everything. They launder money. That's all that this whole thing was. Here's Carl again saying the U.S. government, yeah, this is also the big news of today, actually. This might be the biggest news of today. The U.S. government has moved 10,000 Bitcoin worth $963 million to Coinbase. Is the government planning to sell Bitcoin before Trump takes office? Outgoing administrations should not undermine the incoming president, as the people have already voted them out. Yeah, so is the Biden administration, are they going to sell some of the Bitcoin now just to sort of spite Trump and spite Bitcoin? Would be the dumbest thing ever. But look, these are corrupt, insane people. These are psychopaths, and they probably are going to do that. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And there's also arguments about whether the U.S. government should have that Bitcoin in the first place, because they pretty much stole it from other people, right? That's the only reason the U.S. government has Bitcoin, is because they stole it through arrests and court cases and whatever else. But yeah, this is more, oh my God, this is nonsense. This is government nonsense. Trump says the BRICS countries will face 100% tariffs if they create a new currency to replace the mighty US dollar. Here's his actual tweet or quote, whatever. But look, I'm only showing you this because this just underscores the ridiculousness of government. This is how governments are going to fight with each other, right? Like the US government basically has monetary hegemony over the whole globe, forcing everyone to use the US dollar. And now some of these other countries are like, yeah, we might just use our own thing. And now the US government's going to be like, oh, you can't do that. If you do that, we're going to. So This is just stupid government stuff. This is the kind of stupid government stuff that Bitcoin is going to obsolete. So this is just ridiculousness. This isn't going to happen in 5 or 10 years because the whole globe is going to be on a Bitcoin standard, and that's it. It'll be fair, free, and open, censorship resistant. It's going to be great. None of that stuff's going to happen anymore. Oh yeah, this is great. The UK is paying £1 billion to turn off wind farms because the electricity grid can't cope, wasting a record amount of power. Oh, but I thought like green energy was the answer and it's always good and it's great and everything. Yeah, right. But yeah, here's Bitcoin Archive saying, imagine wasting £1 billion to turn off wind turbines instead of letting them run, mining Bitcoin with the energy and actually making money. This is how stupid the traditional finance and traditional governments are. This is how stupid they are. We know they're stupid, like Germany selling their 50,000 Bitcoin. Stupid. They're just stupid. They're living in an old world. They haven't become savvy to the new world that is blooming and burgeoning right before our eyes. You, on the other hand, you're here watching Fractal Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you do know what's coming and what's blossoming and what's burgeoning. It's Bitcoin. It's going to unite the whole world. Yeah, and here's Elon saying, community notes slay. Because look, this is the other, I guess this might be the biggest traditional media news of the day, is that Joe Biden pardoned his son Hunter. And actually, separate from what you see on the screen, I just want to mention that on Nostr, Corn DeLorean posted a video of, it's like 10 minutes of the news from a few months ago saying, because Biden made an announcement a few months ago saying that he would not pardon his son. And all of the legacy corporate media was like tripping over themselves, saying how great Biden is because no one's above the law. See, Joe Biden is the greatest president ever. There's one word for this, presidential, because he's not going to pardon his son. Unlike Trump, and they bashed Trump for a while. But now look what's happening. He actually did pardon his son. So this is how stupid government is. All these people are corrupt. All of them. All of them. So no one is above the law. But this is the community notes on Twitter or X. Adding context and facts and truth to this stupid tweet here. By pardoning his son Hunter, not merely for a single crime, but for all actual or potential crimes he may or may not have created over an 11-year period, Joe Biden has made clear that some people are, in fact, above the law. So what a community note. Yeah, that's why Elon said community notes slays. So yeah, and this is just a reminder that gold is not finite because $80 billion of gold just popped up out of the ground. Turns out gold is only scarce until you dig a little deeper. Bitcoin fixes this. Yeah, so all Peter Schiff's gold has been devalued by a considerable amount because of this. And that doesn't happen with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's just a better asset. All right, here's some education on learn.sailor.org. I'll put the link below. Yeah, you can actually, there's some free courses here. Bitcoin for everybody, principles of Austrian economics, bunch of courses. So look, one of the best things you can do for yourself is educate yourself. So check these out. They're free. So check them out. And here is, I want to show you this. This is for you to have a healthy snack time. Look at this guy for the holidays. I think that's pretty cool. We're literally 3 weeks from Christmas. Did you realize that? I realized it yesterday. I was like, oh my God. Babe, I want a castle in the sky. Me, say no more. Look at this house. Now, what is this? Like, this is like the most nasty flood zone I've ever seen, if that's what it is. I mean, are they expecting the river to rise like 20 feet? Holy cow. Anyway, guys, look, this is actually serious news about Walmart. Starting December 5th, customers will be required to unload the semi-trucks at Walmart. This will be in addition to your self-checkout duties. Yeah, now you're going to have to unload the trucks. And pretty soon, I think, they're going to, when you're leaving, They're going to basically hand you a mop, and they're going to have you mop part of the store before you leave. Just because, guys, come on. We need to. All right, well, this is the big announcement that happened last week. The Bitcoin Amigos is a new YouTube channel, and I am one of the Amigos. And guess what? You are also one of the Amigos. Jerry Loves Freedom and Jor from 88 Sats Radio and me, so it's the three of us. We started a new channel called Bitcoin Amigos. We're going to stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So definitely, I'll link to this below. Subscribe to this channel, Bitcoin Amigos. You won't believe the song I created last night for Bitcoin Amigos. The song's called Bitcoin Amigos. We're going to reveal it this Friday. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So yeah, subscribe to the Bitcoin Amigos. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. You can donate. There's a donate page. I really appreciate all your donations because that's the only thing that keeps me afloat here. And this is our locals group, our locals page. You can join that as well. It's our little community that we're growing. But that's it. So I appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'm really happy and proud to be on this Bitcoin journey with you, the prosperity journey, building our future, building a whole new world, because the legacy world is dying. The new world is coming, and the new world is Bitcoin. The new world is decentralized and censorship resistant and small government and freedom and liberty for the people. That's the new world. Bitcoin is our greatest asset in this transition. It's the thing that allows everything else, honestly, because if the legacy systems, if they still controlled the money 100%, nothing would change. They would keep running their scams and their money laundering and their corruption. But Bitcoin solves all that. So that's why we're here. That's why we love Bitcoin. So I'll be back tomorrow for another Bitcoin news video. All right. Until then, take care.